Hello. Welcome back to Let's Talk Ray Bradbury. I'm going to do another quick short story review for you today in the form of The Wind. I was unable to find an original publication date for this story, though it has been anthologized several times, and it was also part of an episode of Ray Bradbury Theater. So, The Wind. The story follows Herb Thompson as his friend Allin, who was a travel writer, becomes increasingly frantic and paranoid over the phone. Herb's house is 30 miles from Allin's. He's having a party. His wife won't let him out of the house. He wants to go over and console his erratic friend Allin. Allin believes that he is being pursued, attacked, and otherwise persecuted by the wind. He believes it all began years ago when he was traveling in the Himalayas and he found a place he called the Valley of the Winds. He says that since then, this same wind has been following him around the world, causing catastrophes, and that the voices of those it kills can be heard on the wind. On the phone, 30 miles away at Herb's house, there is no wind. It is completely silent. It is a beautiful evening, and he thinks that, Allin has lost his head. Tomorrow I'll go over and we'll see about getting him some help. But the next time Herb goes to call Allin, the operator informs him that the phone lines have been downed because of a terrible windstorm. The wind was real. This is a neat little story, good tension building. It kind of sort of builds up. And at first seems a little bit comedic because, is this guy making this thing up? But then you start to realize that something is really going on, and I love how it is told really through the perspective of Herb rather than actually being at Allin's house where the events are happening. So that leaves that sort of question mark as to whether what you are hearing is real or whether there's going to be a twist. I love the concept, the idea of a vengeful wind sort of carrying with it the souls, the voices of all of those that it kills. Wind is definitely a dangerous thing. I love it as an invisible monster, sort of the ultimate horror. It makes a lot of sense, especially in the horror genre because although they don't use this method so much today as much, it's often the thing that you don't see that is the most scary, and Bradbury sort of takes that principle to the next level here. I love that Herb doesn't believe Allin, believes that he's mentally disturbed, but he is proven wrong. I love to see the sort of the underdog vindicated. But I also like the concept as a sort of psychological sort of not psychological, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Philosophical, yes. I like it as a philosophical exercise. The idea that winds are all connected, and in a way they are sort of the weather patterns of the world are all connected. It's the butterfly effect. What happens here affects something over here, and that wind basically keeps traveling around on a conveyor belt of jet streams. So it's definitely a very layered story for such a short story. It seems on the surface to be fun, to be a little bit horror, but as great fiction always does, Bradbury's working with a number of different themes just below the surface, and I think that makes this a particularly appealing story for me. Alright guys, thank you for listening. Please subscribe if following the fiction of Ray Bradbury is something that you would like to do here with me as I further explore these 100 stories found in this volume. And check out the playlist for the other stories that I've already done. I think we're up to 22 out of the 100 so far, so still a lot of work yet to do. But I'm having fun rediscovering Bradbury, who I was very keen on as a younger person, and it's fun to go back and sort of get new things out of these stories as an adult. So alright guys, thank you, and I'll see you again soon.